after the last time, that's when everything kind of went. And what do you think's going on?
I honestly don't know. I think everything was going pretty good. I have no idea why she's ghosting me.
All right, we're going to find out what's going on. On the phone with us is Mackenzie. She was cool enough to pick up our calls. Mackenzie, it's Mojo in the morning. Will you say hello to James?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Mackenzie, James was just wondering how things are going. You guys have gone out a couple of times, but the last time seemed like there's something that might have gone on that has made you just say, I'm not interested anymore. Are you still interested?
I don't think so, no.
Why is that? If you don't mind.
I don't know. I guess I just don't think he's experienced enough. Like, he's nice. It just doesn't seem like he's had many girlfriends or anything.
That could be a really great thing, though. Then you don't have to undo all of the, emotional junk that he's bringing into this relationship from other ones.
I mean, I guess, to an extent, like, sure, that could be true, but just, like, not in this case. It just seems like he's, like, really eager to jump in a relationship with me, and I don't think I'm attracted to, like, jerks, but, like, I like a little bit more of, like, a give and take and a push and pull, like a bit of a chase, like, both ways. Yeah.
You want somebody that's more experienced, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
James, you haven't been in many relationships, James?
I have not, but isn't that a good thing?
Not to her.
I don't know. I guess there's, something you probably don't want me to say, but that's probably a big deal for me as well.
What is it?
What? Yeah, what's that?
Okay, well, he's a virgin, which, also is not the end of the world, but he says that he's waiting for marriage, and I kind of just feel like we're too old for that. Like, if we were in our early 20s, I'm like, okay, but he's 30 and I'm pushing it, so.
Well, I don't understand why that's a problem.
That's a big thing in relationships. I mean, it is, at least for me.
Okay, I just believe in saving myself. I want it to be right first. The first person I'm with, I want it to be the right person. I kind of thought that might be you.
I don't think it is. I'm
Is
sorry.
Is it bad to be a virgin? Is it bad to be a guy that's a virgin? I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a double standard here. If the girl was a virgin, would you not want that? Because this is interesting. We talked not that long ago about how it seems like more and more people are holding their virginity longer. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Is that a bad thing? Is it a bad thing that he hasn't dated a lot of people?
I don't think it's a bad thing, but personally, when I used to be involved in those kinds of communities, it felt like people would try to rush into relationships faster than they should have.
So that they could get married and then have
Correct.
sex.
And for me, that's the only problem here. Not that you want to save yourself for marriage. That's your choice. All for it. And I don't think it's a problem that Mackenzie has a problem with it and is not interested in that, because that's her choice. But I do understand the whole, like, even what James just said to Mackenzie was very, like, but I could see us having that kind of a relationship already. Well, you haven't seen each other very much for you to be so bold in that. Mm-hmm. Because if you're saying you're waiting till marriage and you could see that with her, you're saying, I could see me marrying you and we've only had a few dates. Or one date. I'm sorry, how many dates have we been on?
3.
That's, for me, that's heavy.
When you know, you know.
I just really enjoy spending time with her.
Yeah.
And I thought we were hitting it off. I'm surprised by the whole thing.
Let me see what listeners think about this. I'd love to know what some of our female listeners think about a guy who's, how old are you? 30? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
30 years old, never dated a lot, a virgin. Your thoughts on this one? Is this something that you would maybe not want to be with, or would you want to be with? Chelsea wants to make a comment real quick. Chelsea, what's going on? It's Mojo in the Morning. What do you think?
Hi, guys. So, okay, I have two really important points. In the beginning, she said, oh, I like a little bit of give and take, push and pull. That push and pull just set off all my red flags. She likes games. She wants to be in somebody who's seasoned in a relationship because she wants to play games and she likes to argue. I guarantee you she's that type of person. She wants to be with someone that she can have a relationship with all kinds of drama and nonsense, and he's a nice guy and he's not, quite. And honestly, he dodged a bullet, and this is probably a very big teaching moment for him. He could learn a lot about this because I'm kind of finding a lot of girls are like this. Me personally, no, I would not want to take someone's virginity, but that's just my personal preference. It's not anything against him, and that doesn't mean that it's not okay that he's a virgin. However, if she's that turned off by it, then it's probably a good thing because he probably just avoided a few STD tests.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Why would you not want?
She's so grossed out by it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't want to know why? Because it takes one to know one, and I used to be one.
Clocky.
Wait, real quick. Why would you not want to take, or why would you not want to be with a virgin? You think it'd be
Like
not?
I said, personally, me, back in the day before I got married and had my kids, I used to run those streets, and I know. Remember I said it takes one to know one. I used to be one, so I see them coming a mile away. And if she's that turned off by it and doesn't want to do it, then she's probably feeling bad because she's had all this experience with other dudes, a lot of other dudes, and doesn't want to do that to him.
Well, we're not gonna like.
We cannot throw that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
She talking
Hey,
about
Thank you, Chelsea.
I'm just calling it like I
Just
see
saying.
it.
That's your story. Jessica, let's move to your story. Jessica, your thoughts on this one here. We've got James, who is hoping that he would get more dates with Mackenzie, call a relationship, his first maybe big relationship, and possibly even a loss of virginity. He's a virgin. Your thoughts on this? Hi, Jessica.
Oh, hi, Mojo in the Morning. How are you guys?
What up, Jessica?
We're doing okay, Jessica. It's been a fun show. What's going on?
First time, long time.
Hey there,
Jessica's on the phone.
So, my husband was a virgin when I met him, and that's her loss because I think it's great. You can train them how you want to be pleased in the bedroom.
Oh, my God.
Jessica.
There's something hot about that whole line.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
But what if you don't want to be the teacher? What if you want to be, just able to just enjoy yourself? Which it sounds to me like Mackenzie's kind of like, I don't want to have to do that much work.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's her problem. I like to teach, so it's fine with me. I want to be pleased the way I want to be pleased, so I have to teach them.
See that? There's upside to being with a virgin. Amy, your thoughts on this one? Amy, it's Mojo in the Morning, second date update. Hi. Hey there, Amy.
Hi, sorry. I was just saying that, when you date a virgin, they're a lot more, they get attached a lot quicker. Also, they're not as experienced in the bedroom, so if you're not wanting to, like the last caller just said, if you're not wanting to be the one to teach him all those things and you want him to know what he's doing and be, a little bit more after it in the bedroom, then...
So you agree that dating a virgin is not, there's no upside?
It's totally okay for her to feel that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Sticking up for her a little bit. You've done this. It's from experience.
Yeah. My daughter's dad was 21 when I met him and a virgin, and it was messy.
Yeah.
How old were you?
The whole thing, a lot of drama.
How old were you when he was 21?
Yeah. I was 18.
Okay. So you were young, but you had lost your virginity before he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, maybe he's different because he's a virgin. We'll try it. We'll give it a shot. And yeah, it just went downhill from there.
Did you feel like you were hurting him? Did he cry at all? Like I cried when I like my virginity, to be honest with you.
Like tears of
not
joy?
in front of the
but
girl.
It was awkward, and it came with those first time the weirdness that comes with that. And again, I didn't want to teach him all those things. I wanted him to be able to, show me a few things,
But I feel like nobody is like I want to stick up for James because I feel like we're all so focused on the sex part of it. And I think that it sounds to me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, James, like this is more of an importance for you. And I don't know if it's a religious thing or what that is, but I think you need to find somebody that shares that same mindset and that same want for like a foundation and the importance of saving yourself for marriage. And Mackenzie's just not your person.
Yeah. No, and actually that's what Megan on line 2 said exactly that same thing. Megan is going exactly the same way you are with us, Shannon. What's up, Megan?
Hey, Mojo, how's it going?
Good. What's going on? Say hi to James. Poor guy.
Hi, James. Been listening to your guys' show for 25 years since I was in high school senior, so thanks, guys.
I love it.
Wanted to say, a lot of more people should be on James's side because situation reverse. Girls be like, well, guys have to give me a chance. Give me a chance. I was with a guy that was experienced. I was with a guy that was virgin. The guy that I was with that was experienced, I laughed the entire time. The virgin, I married.
All right.
And it doesn't matter if they're virgin or not. They might have a lot more to offer.
Yeah, and you know what, James? You're going to find your match. Your match, unfortunately, for you, because you got attached to Mackenzie, is not Mackenzie. But I bet you there's a bunch of other girls that are out there that would have no problem
so many
with this.
other girls out there, it's not even funny. There's twice the amount of girls out there.
Do you think he should mention that he's a virgin, or can you just lie about it after the fact? Is that something that you say?
Why would you lie about it, though, if it's important to you?
Because some people might think that you are gonna hurt him. You know what I mean? Like some people might think that it's that awkward.
I also think we're lumping together virginity and waiting till marriage, which are two different things.
And that's why I said, I don't know what, if this is a religious thing for him or what it is, but that is definitely important.
Because I don't think virginity needs to be discussed, but I do think waiting for marriage needs to be discussed.
Uh-huh.
All right, no match here for us. Another date. Thank you, James, for going on the air with us. Mackenzie, thanks for agreeing to go on the air with us. That's always tough when you're the person that has to be the bearer of bad news. So, second date update on Mojo in the Morning.
This is the home of the Dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update and War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right. We are giving you a shot at Justin Timberlake tickets.
Yeah.
The longest show ever in the history of shows because they had to postpone it, and then now they're doing it February the 20th. So it's coming up in less than a month at Little Caesars Arena. There are still some tickets available at Ticketmaster.com, but you can win them all this week at 8:30 with Mojo in the Morning, or at this time, 8:45. 844-MOJO Live.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Shannon, we got a guest that's walking in studio here with breaking news for us. There's a big announcement, and this is for everybody in the city of Detroit. Can you wave in Grace to come in?
Yeah, she's coming in right now.
Yeah.
So, Shannon, tell the story about what was released on Friday about one of the most historic restaurants in downtown Detroit.
Well, unfortunately, the iconic Lafayette Coney Island was hit for the second time in less than 3 years with a closure because of a rat infestation, you guys.
Unreal.
Yeah, health department paid a little visit to them on Friday, didn't like what they saw. I think a few people had been complaining about seeing rats while they were eating, so they shut them down.
So Lafayette Coney Island is right there next to our good friend Grace's American Coney Island. And so this has always been a battle between the two of these guys. American Coney Island is not the Coney Island that has been ever shut down because of rat infestation, but their neighbor next door keeps getting shut down to a point that Grace with us this morning in a big announcement. Grace, what is it that you guys at American Coney Island are hoping that the city does?
Well, end it once and for all. I mean, I don't want to see anything bad. First of all, good morning and thanks for having me. And a couple of things I never want to see anything bad happen to any kind of small business. Restaurant business is very hard, just like anybody's is. But enough's enough. You get shut down twice and you didn't learn your lesson the first time, there's a serious problem. And anyone who thinks we are one of the same is clearly mistaking or just dumb, frankly. You know, there's precautions you take. These stupid comments or things you hear from people, there's rats all over the city. Well, how come every other restaurant in the city isn't shut down yet? And you know what? You didn't learn your lesson the first time. Are you going to learn it the second time? I mean, this is ridiculous. And me, but just because we're neighbors and it is not the same building, there is a wall that separates it. And when you own a business, not only do you do preventative maintenance, things happen daily in a business. I could walk in tomorrow and the heater's broken. I could walk in tomorrow and a tile falls off. You know, forget the breaking in and someone pulling a knife on you and trying to steal the register, right? This is what we deal with. You have to take care. It's like there's the basics. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth. That's autopilot. But then you have a list, and then the list has a list, and then you have the weekly. I have a maintenance man on staff. I have people I call. We are there cleaning and working and making sure our customers aren't getting sick, are taken care of. There's respect and care. So to associate me, that a lot of people like to do, that I'm connected, I am not. I have a reputation, and anybody who knows me, go ahead and talk about me. If you don't know me, don't.
Talk that talk, Grace.
Grace, I want to ask this question. Has it been thought of? I mean, I know this. You're saying to the city, okay, enough is enough already. Have you thought about offering those guys, hey, we will buy your property from you, and just expanding your own business into it?
Let me tell you, they can keep their business and what they serve, but I would gladly buy that building and make sure they never have a problem again. Because, like I said, I don't ever want to see anyone destroyed, right?
Yeah.
But again, you didn't learn your lesson. That's a problem.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that these guys keep having a problem? Is it that they're just blatantly not following rules?
Because for years they were getting away with it. They're like the little pet of whether the city or remember, that's Governor Whitmer's favorite, Coney Island, right? So they were getting anyways, that's a whole nother story. But I don't know. I don't know.
So why don't we do this? We're putting a call out right now. If there's a problem, and obviously there is a problem, the city needs to once and for all fix this problem. And if fixing that problem means that this business should not be, serving food anymore because they can't keep clean.
Not until they get their crap together. They got to get their crap together. See, I recovered. I saved that one.
That was good.
That was good.
They got to because I do not want to keep continuing. I mean, you plug the holes in your basement. These are old buildings, right? You have to take care of things. Mm-hmm. I'm constantly on the defense trying to fix stuff to make sure that what's happening over there doesn't seep into my walls. Because that is unacceptable. It's just enough is enough.
It's amazing because, I know friends like you are a friend of mine, but I have a lot of friends that are in the restaurant business, and they say that the health departments are always on top of you. I mean, if you have the littlest thing, you're going to get marked up. And it seems like the city of Detroit does things maybe a little bit differently, where they hold these guys that are iconic restaurants at less of a standard, and I think that that's wrong.
That's very wrong. Everyone has to be equal. It's not fair. It doesn't work that way.
So Grace is going on right now, and she's saying enough is enough. The city needs to do something about it. I don't know. This is obviously
keep them to a higher standard. And I can't. I mean, what if they didn't learn the first time? Are they going to learn the second time, or a year and a half? Are we going to be back here talking about the same thing again? I mean, it's for real.
By the way, the whole idea, I've never, I used to love going there too. I going to you. I loved both places. They were both great. The idea that the rat thing just, oh my God.
It's horrid. And let me tell you something. Everyone, part of the city of Detroit, people like to charm one next door to each other. Okay, that's all great, right? But it gets old after a second closure of rats. And I got a little thing to say. Customers that want to go to Lafayette, Coney Island, wonderful. I don't have a problem who likes what better and who doesn't. Do not come into my restaurant after you're eating over there and ask to use my bathroom because you don't want to use their bathroom. If you don't use the bathroom where you eat, you've got the problem.
Yeah, well,
does that happen?
A lot of times
every day? I'm sick and tired of it.
Really?
They don't want to go down there.
How do you come over
bathroom
to a different place that you didn't eat and thinking they send people over to use my bathroom?
That's crazy.
So good.
All right, Grace, we appreciate Grace for mayor. Why didn't you put your name into?
I got enough headaches, but thank you. Yes.
All right, bye. Grace, we love you. Thank you.
Love you guys too. Thanks for having me.
I wish you nothing but the best. By the way, she is a longtime friend of Mojo in the mornings, and I would not mess with her. You should see the fights these guys get into back and forth out on the streets. Can we do one of those? I don't know, like Jake Paul boxing type things between the two of you guys? Let's
we
rat
gotta call
fight.
Rat Tattooey, and I don't know.
Rat Tattooey.
Everybody eat at American today.
So
Shannon,
good to see you.
Any other dirty? What do you got? What else you
Yeah,
got?
I do. have
Nothing's
some dirty-
dirtier than
okay, let
Lafayette,
me try
apparently.
to
I
talk
don't know.
really quickly. Because I know we're running so late, but I do want to give an update on what's going on with Billy Ray Cyrus and that beautiful and I thought very heartfelt and vulnerable message that his son Trace wrote on Instagram last week about just being concerned for him and his health and some addictions potentially that he is battling. Well, apparently Billy Ray saw it and read it and responded with threats of legal action. So Trace Cyrus responding again, writing, "Dad, my message was beyond loving. I could have been extremely honest about a lot more, but I don't want to put your business out there like that. But for you to threaten me with legal action for wanting you to get help is a disgrace." He said, "You should be ashamed of yourself. I will always love you, but I no longer respect you as a man. Everyone close to you is terrified to tell you how they really feel. I'm not. Get help." That's the latest in that. Did you guys see who Mariah Carey's rumored love interest is right now?
No.
Anderson .Paak.
I
here
did
for
see
it.
that.
They were together in Aspen.
Yes.
Very, very handsy, holdy, kissy, lovey-dovey, whatever words.
Good luck.
I don't know, but so he was at Sundance over the weekend and played this song for the crowd and was like so into it. Like very clearly it was intentional that he picked this song. So everyone's like, oh, this is, him showing
What's the age
maybe
difference
some
between-
validity to the
he's
rumors.
38. Yeah, he's 38. She's
Wow.
55.
Man, oh man, good for
Yeah.
him.
Loved it. Mariah's still cold out here.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
And lastly, Taylor Swift named the best dressed celebrity of the decade, according to Superdry, the clothing brand Superdry.
What?
They trying to get a partnership.
So they examined, how they put together these things. They examined Google searches for certain words about style and blah, 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 blah. So they've examined the past 4 years of searches, but then called her best dressed of the decade. I don't know.
What?
Harry Styles landing in second place. Now, GQ dubbed Harry an unstoppable fashion force. Number 2. Zendaya, known for her timeless style,
Should've
ranked
been number
3rd
1.
on the list for best dressed celebrity of the decade. Kanye taking 4th.
Easy.
Billie Eilish in 5th, rounding out the top 10. In case you were curious, Gaga, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, Meghan Markle, and Sabrina Carpenter in at number 10.
I love Billy. Billy shouldn't be on that list. That list is
I agree with you there.
wild.
I don't think Kanye should be on a
No,
best dressed
he
list.
looks like,
Okay.
he looks like he's unhoused.
Best dressed? He wears
serious?
a sweatshirt and
Are we
sweatpants all the
forgetting who
time.
Kanye is?
He is
Nope.
a fashion king,
Clearly,
man.
clearly we are.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't know.
Kev.
They're just
I
saying
just don't
that
think
'cause
this
they
is the
hate
list
him.
for him.
They
No,
just hate
that's
him.
insane. He's in holy
Zendaya,
sweatpants.
yes.
If anybody else
Okay,
was
guys.
wearing that out in public, you would be like, "Do you
Kanye's
need money?"
the man.
How many
Can
years
I
was
buy
Yeezy
you
the
food?
best-selling shoe? How
Apparently,
many years?
apparently
Yeah.
you've forgotten. I don't know. I'm wearing Yeezy boots right now. 950s. Put them on.
Talk
They're
that
just
talk,
haters.
Kev.
Kanye haters.
Mind
did
you,
she just
mind
say?
you, we did.
Kanye
She said talk that
haters.
talk. Mind you,
Oh.
I know for a fact we did a story about how Kanye lost all his money. Kanye just reportedly hit 2.2 billion again. It's hush mode over here.
All right, for all of today's dirty, catch up on the podcast on the free iHeartRadio app or MojoInTheMorning.com.
Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Sierra, are you there, Sierra? Good morning. Welcome to the
Yes,
show.
I'm here. Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning.
I'm from Lincoln Park. Woo, woo.
Lincoln Park. Make some noise for Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Just dropped my son off at school and wind up and heading home.
Sierra, guess what? Before you head
Hello,
home.
are you there?
Yes, can you hear us, Sierra?
Yes,
Sierra,
I gotcha.
Sierra, you're going to see Justin Timberlake. You're a winner.
Yeah.
We got a pair of tickets for you.
I cannot believe this. I told my son last week if I get concert tickets to Justin Timberlake, he does all the troll songs. So this is going to be crazy to mention to my husband. My son is only 5. I don't know if he can go. Can he?
You know what?
Nah.
You take your son anywhere you want to.
I'm
I
not
don't
wasting this
care.
on a 5-year-old.
I wasn't sure if Justin Timberlake is more than appropriate. I mean, come on, he used to be on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
That was a long time ago, babe.
I think
Yes,
you'd have
it
more fun
was.
if you brought your husband or brought, a girlfriend. But you know what? Take your 5-year-old. It'll be a great
Hey, you
first
know what?
concert.
That's fine, too. Yeah.
Hang on the phone for a
You
second and we'll
guys
get
are
some
awesome.
information, okay?
Awesome.
we love you.
Sounds good. Thank
We'll
you
be right
guys.
back. Don't go anywhere. It's Mojo in the Morning. We'll be right back with more of the show coming up in just man or moments.
Add the Mojo in the Morning show to your presets on our free iHeartRadio app. And never miss a show.
Channel 955.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
Oh,
You okay?
my God. No, I'm like trying to get into commercial break before the end of the 8 o'clock hour, so I'm like, just whatever. Push the button. Go ahead. Quick traffic report.
8:57:20 right now. Mostly cloudy today. It's going to be very windy. We're under a high wind advisory until 8 o'clock tonight. By the way, some snow moving in overnight, an inch, or coating to an inch, excuse me. So nothing crazy. But 94 eastbound, the off-ramp to Connor, that is closed until 3 o'clock today for some repairs. An accident on the right shoulder eastbound 696 at the Lodge. Another accident 94 westbound after Livernois, and some slow traffic 94 westbound between US 23 and State Street. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
You know, they talk about personal injury lawyers. You hear that all the time. Yeah, he's a personal injury lawyer. Well, there is nobody more personal than David Femininio. Personally, a friend of the Mojo in the Morning shows. Personally, my kids went to school together. Personally, I know that David is dedicated to ensuring that your medical care gets paid for, making sure that if you get into an accident, that your vehicle gets paid for, making sure you get taken care of. That's personal. And that's the attorney that you need. David Femininio. If you've been injured, call the personal injury attorney that's going to take care of you. Personally, friends of Mojo in the Morning. David Femininio. 855-65-CRASH. That's 855-65-CRASH. Or getdavidgetpaid.com.
And here we go. Another week. You're looking for money in the couch cushions, like a raccoon going through trash. Guess what? That change ain't saving you. Pay Your Bills is back with your shot at $1,000 cash. 13 times a day at 10 after the hour. Because the couch cushions are always nasty anyway.
Moran Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 selling Chevy dealer for 2024. GM employees and immediate family members can lease a 2025 Trax 1LT starting at just $250 a month with $999 down. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. And Moran has shipments arriving daily, so we're sure to have the vehicle you're looking for. Score your best deal at MoranExpress.com or on Gratiot, north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Build your business with a partner you can trust. The Home Depot. When you join Pro Extra, you get lower than shelf pricing and dedicated support to help you streamline your business and stay on budget. Get dedicated pro support for supply sourcing, custom orders, large equipment rentals, and more. At the Home Depot, we supply the support your job needs with the level of service your business deserves. The Home Depot, how pros get more done.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
The days are short and the temps are low, but the cool news is Zodford has loads of inventory that's got to go. So come see me, Steve Gabara, and take advantage of our $15 million colossal inventory. Zodford has nearly 150 new Ford trucks and close to 100 new Ford Broncos and other magnificent Ford SUVs. Plus, Zodford always makes your experience simple, fun, fast, and easy with the lowest prices, period. Get all the details and search our humongous inventory at dealsinthed.com.
If you love designer brands and you love clearance, then you're going to love this. Macy's is having a huge designer clearance event right now with incredible new designer markdowns on cold weather styles from BCBG, Hugo Boss, Michael Kors, and more. How big are the markdowns? How about Coach boots for $200 or less? So if you're looking for the things you love all in one place, come in and shop the designer clearance event at Macy's today. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
I'm Arturo Castro, and I've been lucky enough to do stuff like Broad City, Narcos, Roadhouse, but now I'm coming out with my own podcast. Get ready for Greatest Escapes, a new comedy podcast about the wildest true escape stories in history. Each week, I'll be sitting down with some of the most hilarious actors and writers and comedians, people like Ed Helms, Diane Guerrero, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love storytelling, and I love you.
Listen to Greatest Escapes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Greatest Escapes to start listening.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and get Michigan's first family of law. Call Sam.
More Mojo in seconds.
If you are struggling with trying to get pregnant and you're not quite sure where to turn or what your next step is, you want to be a mom so badly, I truly believe that anybody who wants to be a mom should absolutely have that opportunity. And I think that Dr. Shama from IVF Michigan, anybody on his team would say the same. This team is so passionate about making people parents, and I think that's why they are so trusted. They are the team with the highest success rate for IVF in the entire state of Michigan, and I would love for you to get a chance to meet Dr. Shama and everybody over at all of their offices, get your questions answered, and see if IVF is the appropriate next step on your journey to becoming a parent. I know that Dr. Shama does a lot of other procedures aside from IVF as well. So maybe it's not IVF. Maybe there's something else that he does that can help you grow or start your family. Schedule a complimentary consultation by going to ivf-mi.com. That's ivf-mi.com. IVF, where families begin.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
We are under a wind advisory today with gusts getting up to 40 miles per hour, sunshine and clouds, a high of 34, some snow overnight and tomorrow, clouds and temps remaining in the mid-30s.
When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by the new Club Keno from the Michigan Lottery.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet. This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations. 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning. Live.
Mojo in the Morning Show. Good to have you guys with. I feel like we've had a lot of stuff on today's show that you might have missed. If you are just tuning in right now, go back, listen to the second date update. She doesn't want to date a virgin. Then prior to that was Shannon telling us about how her ex tried to text her, and did Shannon responding to him cause for some issues between her and Wes? She explained that. We had Megan with a very real minute. Actually, it was more than a Megan minute. It was like a group of listeners that were all feeling the same thing, feeling the economic pains of trying to pay rent and groceries and gas. And Kev's new app, by the way, that he's using to help him with his finances. A lot of people were asking about that. So go check out that podcast. Prior to that, podcast from earlier in the hour where Kevin talked about having imposter syndrome. And I explained why I am still in Florida this morning after coming in to go to that Gasparilla and how my plane flight got canceled. So talked about that. Oh, and in the first topic of the day, one of my favorites you should go listen to. Boris was sweating on Shannon.
Wait.
Who's Boris?
You guys.
Who's
Honestly,
Boris? We'll find out.
He looked like a Boris.
I'm telling you, there's something about people that go into saunas. They have names. You got to give them names when they're in a sauna. Shannon in a sauna with Boris. By the way, you thought it was bad. Wes is going to hear that you talked about your ex on the air today while he's over doing a mission trip in Paraguay.
He is not in Paraguay, and he already knows I talked about
Zimbabwe or wherever he is.
Nepal.
He's in Nepal. Well, he when he hears about Boris sweating on you in the sauna,
man.
for Christ's sake, he's going to wonder what that's all about. All right, it's Mojo in the morning. So I went to this Gasparilla this weekend. It's a pirate festival in Tampa. And I have to be quite honest with you. I have been to New Orleans, been there, having fun with beads. I've been to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. That's always a great party. This one, guys, put it on your to-do list. Really? Might be the most fun thing that I've done. Yes. Kev, you would have loved it. First off, the people that are there, everybody's having a great time. And I can't believe I posted, I think I'm going to post it on Mojo in the morning today. Duplicate of my post I did on my personal page, how proud I was of Joe and Jed and Ashley and Terry from the Joe Show. These guys worked their butts off, but it was amazing, this crowd. I have pictures that I took. It's all like 18 to 34-year-old male, females. I thought I was on a college campus with 300,000 people.
What, forgive me, because I really don't know. Is it a parade and then what? Because I know there's the parade. I know Joe has the Joe Show has a float in the parade, but like what else is it?
It's Mardi Gras with people dressed as pirates. That's
so
what
it's like bar hopping.
It turns into the big parade with people like out on the streets, and then they have like pop-up bars and parties that go along the entire parade route.
Sounds dope.
And then after the thing's over with, this is no joke, there's 300,000 plus people that are there. After the parade's over with, everybody just fills into all the different bars and places and stuff. It was insane.
And you dress like a pirate.
And people dress like pirates.
Let's not forget that.
It was fun. By the way, Ashley Nix is so wrong. She said that black people don't dress up in costume for like events like this, like for Renaissance festivals. There were so many great looking. Like I'm telling you, I saw black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I mean, Middle Eastern. I mean, it was like everybody in the world was there. It was crazy.
We need to go.
And people behaved. And after that whole New Orleans guy went crazy where he drove through the people, they had so much security. It was unreal.
Good.
Yeah, they had snipers on roofs, and they had FBI, trucks, and I mean it was pretty crazy, but it was fun. So the the day started with us going over to Joe's boss's house, Tommy Chuck, who is Joe's Tony Travato, and we go to his house. We had like a brunch, and then everybody from the radio station walks over to the parade because he lives around the parade route. Nobody told me that I was going to have to walk 5 miles to get to the.
It was probably 5 blocks.
Shannon,
And
I
you're
got
saying-
20-some thousand steps. It was
Are you
5
serious?
miles.
In the whole day, not in that trip.
It was first off, I've never walked 5 miles in my life. But they said that there's because you can't. They shut off the roads for security purposes, right? So we walk all over, and then here's the thing: there's 180 floats that are in this parade. Like picture the Thanksgiving parade in Detroit times like 1 billion. And I said to Tommy at one point, we're down at the bottom, like we're at a 125. That's where we entered the street, float 125. And I said, so where's our float? Like what, and I'm thinking he's going to say like it's 100 or something like that. He goes, we're 27.
Oh, early.
We're like early in the parade. We start the parade off.
I'm not mad at that. Is that a bad thing?
I had to walk from 125 to 1. Yes. I had to. Have you ever been to Tampa? Has any of you guys ever been to Tampa, Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we were along the bay right there on, is it Hillsborough? I don't even know what the street is called, but it's a Bayshore. So we're walking the entire thing. Chelsea, one time when we came to visit Joe, goes, wouldn't it be nice for us to walk the and I go, no, it would not be nice. There's nothing nice about walking. So we get on the float. We're throwing beads out to people. Like, it was awesome. People are screaming Joe show. Like, they're going crazy. So it's kind of cool as a dad, you're watching the impact that, your child has, doing the same career that you do.
Can we have a moment really quickly? Can I ask you a question to totally derail this? When you're throwing beads, right, are you throwing them aimlessly or are you picking?
Oh, I'm hoping that people are showing their tatas.
Okay.
Like
Were people showing their tatas?
Oh my God, it was insane. First off, I had Chelsea next to me, so Mom and Joe's on there going, "This is my mom's first Gasparilla," and I'm like, people are like throwing their tops and stuff like that. It was crazy. Shannon, of all ages too. Like, I'm telling you, there's 50-year-old women showing off their boobs, and then there's 20-year-old girls throwing off their boobs.
Gasparilla.
Yeah, it's great. Have you guys ever done that? Megan, Shannon, KP, Lydia, have you guys ever?
Do you think I've ever showed my boobs? That funny.
I remember my first flashing.
What?
You remember your
What'd
first?
you say?
My first flashing.
Oh.
My dad and I, we went to a Lions game, and we were walking past the tailgate, and the girl was standing on top of what I believe was either F-150 or a Silverado, and lifted up her shirt. My dad was looking at her, and he looked at me. He was like, Kev got his first flashing. I'll never forget that.
I would never. I honestly, God, think I would get laughed at.
At Faster Horses, I spun the wheel and it landed on show your tatas, but I couldn't do it.
Why?
I had to take like 3 shots instead.
Everybody's got phones.
Yeah,
That's
everyone's
true.
got phone. They'll record it, they'll post it. It's not just the people at Faster Horses going to see it. It's everybody.
Right.
I think it's smart not to do it. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, my younger days, I've been like, sure. Like, I'm like, put your top down. Like, I've now become that guy. Like, I'm like, I get in dad mode,
You'll run over with a hoodie, cover her up.
Yeah. Like, and then the 50-year-old woman who, by the way, was a very attractive, woman, showing it off. I'm like going, you got your kid standing next to you. She literally had like her 14-year-old son that looked like he was wearing his Little League hat.
Oh my gosh.
It is just nuts. So, so let me tell you this story that happened at the end of the night, and you guys tell me what your thoughts are on this. So, we go to some place called the Tampa Club, which is the top of the Bank of America building in Tampa. It's the highest spot. It's like being on top of our RenCen in Detroit. Okay, the highest spot in town. And they have a club that's up there that's like a restaurant, bar type thing. And that's where iHeart had their end of the night party. So Tommy Chuck was great. He's got friends all over the place in this town. Tommy's their Tony. And he gets us up to this thing. We all go up top to this thing, and it's Joe Show, everybody from, all these people they're there. And they had food and drink, and it was amazing. We get a plate of food from like this buffet. They had it was pretty cool. They had like short ribs and they were cutting and slicing like a prime rib. It was unbelievable, like this spread they had. And I'm sitting down and I'm eating next to Nick Wise. Do you remember Nick Wise used to work at our station? Mm-hmm. Styles. I'm sitting next to Nick Wise and we're talking, and I look over in the side, and Chelsea and Joe are sitting over in a corner there. And Joe's got his plate in front of him. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of his sales reps, this lady named Michelle, comes over with her fork and knife and starts cutting Joe's meat.
What?
Right there, yeah. Has her fork and knife and starts cutting Joe's meat. And I look at Joe's face, and he looks like he's shocked. At first, I thought, our sales department doesn't do that for us. Like picture Angel, and we're out at a restaurant or something like that, or Alicia or Carrie or whoever. Picture them walking up to my plate and just starting cutting my meat, or Kevin's or Shannon or Megan's. And this woman is cutting the meat. And I look at Joe, and he kind of looks like a little awkward. And I look at Chelsea, and she's kind of got this look on her face. But we just kind of like, everybody does it, and the meat gets cut. And then Joe just starts eating. And after the night's over with, I said to Chelsea, I go, hey, can I ask you a question? She goes, yeah. I go, did I see what I thought I saw? And she goes, what's that? I said, did I see Joe's sales rep cutting his meat? And she goes, yeah, that was a little weird, wasn't it?
A little.
So why?
I don't know. I think maybe she thought that he wasn't going to chew it up.
Nah, we missing something.
No, she was real drunk.
I think she might have had a few.
Yeah.
But has first off, who cuts meat like that? You know what I mean? Like, is there anybody listening that cuts their meat for their man? Or, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's something that Michelle does for her husband or whatever. I don't know.
But Joe is not her husband.
And why didn't Joe stop it?
I think that Joe was just kind of like, maybe he was as surprised as, I don't know.
You can't stop somebody cutting your meat.
Yeah, you can.
Gotta let them cut.
Do you know the number, Lydia? I know they're right down the hall from me, but can you call their hotline and we can ask Joe that question?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Do you have the hotline number?
Yeah, I
Real
do.
quick, let me grab Brittany. Brittany, what's going on? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi. Hello, Brittany.
Oh, good morning. Hi, everybody. So I'm originally from Michigan, and I moved down here. I moved to the Tampa area. Now I'm over in Central Florida, but I've been to Gatsby before, and it is a freaking madhouse. Like, when I tell you, like, we all know how Renaissance Festival is for us up in Michigan, but, like, people go all out. Like, I had coworkers who were like, no, like, I got to start working on my thing, and I'm like, Gatsby just happened. What do you mean you have to work on your costume? No. I have to start from, like, all fresh. I have to make brand new costumes. Like, we have to get all of this stuff. Like, they plan more than we plan to go to opening day. And
it's wild.
Honestly, like, it is freaking wild. And trying to explain it to people who don't understand, and Shannon was right when she said it's like Mardi Gras, but, like, almost bigger than Mardi Gras. It's just
way bigger. Like, I know New Orleans gets all the hype of Mardi Gras. I've been to New Orleans. I've never seen that many people in one place like this Gasparilla thing was.
It is freaking chaos, and it is so much fun, but it is
fun.
Insanity.
I'd love if we could get the show to hold broadcast live.
Let's
from the thing, 'cause I love you
go.
gu's witness. Real quick, the Joe Show is on with us right now. Tampa Bay's
Good morning.
number one hit music station. What are they doing? Oh, they're going into a song right now.
He said he was going to keep me on a hold, like he was
Oh,
going to
really?
talk to us. But
Okay,
no,
maybe they'll pick up. That's a good song to play. Hold on. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I can hear the music. Can you turn the music off?
How about now? Can you hear it?
Yes,
There-
that's
yeah.
so much better.
Question for you. I have a question for you. I witnessed something at Gasparilla on Saturday, Saturday, that I wanted to ask you. I was talking to our listeners and Shannon and Megan and Kevin and everybody about. I noticed you had a sales rep by the name of Michelle, and she was cutting your meat. Can you explain to me, is that something that your sales department is trained to do? Because I have never had my sales department cut my meat for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Okay.
it?
That's such a wild
That's
move.
it. That is a
I know.
wild story.
Was she drunk or something, or what was the story? Because I saw her cutting your meat, and I thought she's not cutting mine or Nick Wise's meat or Jed's meat. Why is it?
I don't
It's
even know
crazy.
what to. I don't know what to say because I don't know. I talked to Ashley about it this morning.
Ashley, what you think?
I'm in a very uncomfortable spot right now. I can't really speak what I genuinely believe because she's like Angel, right? Like I make a lot of money because of her. I don't make a lot of money if I don't have her. By the way, by a lot of money, I make like $7 because of her. But that's like I have. You guys would only get it. I have like 7 endorsements with her.
Okay.
So,
All right, so
I don't know what to say.
Let her cut
Here's
away.
the deal.
She can
Tell
cut whatever
her-
she wants.
Tell her that I am ordering McDonald's big breakfast, and I would like her to come down to Studio G and cut my sausage for me.
Did you? What if she took the next step, though, and not only cut it, but then zoomed it into your mouth like an airplane? Would you have opened the garage doors to let it in?
The garage door, hey. I don't see. I don't know. It was weird. It was really weird. I don't know what to say.
As long as you acknowledge it was a little weird, that makes me feel better. Because everybody was tiptoeing around like.
It put me in a very uncomfortable position. Yeah, I didn't.
You're smart, by the way. Money over. Take care of her. That's okay. That's all right. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Great job, by the
But
way.
also, while it was very funny to see Jed, he was eating with his fingers. So that was funny. But I don't even know. I'm trying to deflect now. I don't know.
Jed was eating, guys, I'm not kidding you. Jed was eating like he had a piece of meat sticking out of his mouth that was the most unreal
Mojo
thing.
was the best piece of meat I've ever had. I'll tell you that much.
That's how pirates eat, like Jed was eating.
Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He
All
was
right,
a
well-
pirate.
Well, I got to give out a cash keyword.
Go ahead.
Oh, which, by the
I
way,
do too.
you came on our show to say it, so I'm going to say it. Add 93.3 FLZ as preset number 1 on the free iHeartRadio app. Thank you.
I plugged our show on there.
There we go.
Real quick, give out the cash
I'll
keyword.
call in after this. I'll
The
talk
cash
about
keyword
this,
is
but
pay.
you can't podcast it.
Oh, I don't do it then. I'll lose ratings off that. Pay is the word. Pay is the word for the cash contest this hour. Pay, P-A-Y.
Yes, it is. Actually, people can hear you right now, and thank you, Dad. Yes, so the cash keyword right now, a little throwback for you. We love that throwback.
All right,
the
Zach,
keyword
you can
is, all
pot him down.
right, bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Real quick, hold on. Chris, what's up, Chris? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi. What's going on?
She wanted to talk to Joe, and once Joe hung up, she did.
Oh, really? Okay, Chris hung up. All right, Carlos. Question, Carlos.
Yeah, how you doing?
As a man, is there anything better than having a woman cut your food up for you? I'm joking. I hate when the restaurant cuts my food. Like, have you ever had that? Have you ever ordered a steak and they try to get fancy and they cut the steak for you? Don't cut my steak.
I feel like.
Well, actually, I was in a restaurant at Big Boys, and I had I got a steak when I was over with my dad, and I was talking to the waitress about it. She actually went over there and started cutting my meat for me.
No, she did not.
Wow.
The waitress at Big Boy cut your meat?
That is service.
Yeah. We're kind of flirting with each other, and I just talked about something about cutting the meat. Oh, could you do this for me? She actually started doing
well,
it.
that's why you guys were being flirty.
There is something.
One thing I do, I want to talk about when you guys were talking about people showing their
Tatas.
with their stick up. I took my sons years ago to Heath Beach, and my second oldest was sitting there by the dive board. I kept wondering why he was away from us. He goes, well, asked why he's over there. He just pointed at the dive board. I saw a girl walk up there, lift her shirt up, and then jump into the water. And 2 or 3 other women did the same thing. I said, well, that's why you're over here. Because he had a big smile on his face saying, yeah.
That is funny. Oh, my God. There is nothing better than when you're a boy and you see your first boobies. And you know what? Forever, I bet you he wanted to go to that beach on vacations, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. They got
that's
back when we
great.
go back there. My first time I ever seen it, my dad went to pick up some food, and we're on one side of the place, and a woman walked by with no shirt on. I guess it was a strip club. I wasn't sure. I was a kid at the time. She walked into the room, went to the jukebox, put some money in there, and pushed the song and walked back. I'm just like, with my jaw dropped, my eyes just bugging right out.
Your dad took you to a strip club?
Well, I guess he ordered some food because he was at his work. And we
How many people?
This woman just walked by and talk about drooling and my eyes bugging out. Yeah, that was me.
I wonder. That's kind of an interesting one. I wonder how many strip clubs will allow you to bring your kids for a lunch. Like if you can just go and eat lunch there.
No way.
I can't imagine. No, they'd lose their liquor license. All right, got to take a break.
Wait, 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh.
the caller in line 1, she's just so good. Pick her up.
All right, hold on. What is your name, caller? On line number 1. Hello. Hi. What's your name? Are you there?
No. Damn it.
What was she saying, Lydia?
She got $1,000 tip. It was like a guy's fetish for cutting up steak. So
Oh, wow.
she ran just to cut his steak up.